Hey guys, welcome into the show. My name is Tyler Kluver. I'm a former Division One athlete. I now run a fitness coaching business as well as a sports media brand that creates podcasts, sells merchandise, and creates other exclusive content. This show is a place for me to document my thoughts on fitness, health, nutrition, maybe some business or mindset stuff, as well as update anyone listening on my own competitive fitness endeavors and life events. I want everybody that comes and listens to this show to take something away that can make their life better, whether it's a diet or fitness tip or a way of thinking about things that motivates you to be better in your own life. Hopefully we can get that done, but regardless, I'm glad you're here. Let's have a day. Let's go. Packed out episode today. Welcome into the Snap Podcast. This sort of has to be quick, but I sort of don't have a quick show today. And that's how this show goes. Last couple weeks, honestly, we've gotten on. Last week we just didn't have that energy, boys. It was not there. I'll be honest. Boys and girls, hopefully there's a few women listening to this. Women can take away plenty of fitness and health tips, maybe some business tips, mindset tips. I think you're going to get a whole smorgasbord. What a word I just used. Vocab off the charts. I think you're going to get a wide variety of maybe things to take away from today's episode. At least it will be somewhat entertaining. And we're going to try and fit it all in to a 20-minute window because, frankly, it's Monday. And this sort of gets into the first topic. But you always have a choice. You have a choice. Life, honestly, is so simple. It's crazy. You're going to be faced, no matter what you do, you're going to be faced. If you just approach life like this, you can almost always fucking win, man. And it's just always beating your head against that pillow bitch. We talked about it like 5 or 6 episodes back. The pillow bitch, I call it when you're laying. I sound like Donald Trump. I call it the pillow bitch. Okay. Every morning you're going to wake up. The pillow's going to want you to keep laying on the pillow. You can't do it. It's the softest pillow, maybe the softest pillow ever. But you have to get up. You have to be disciplined. Jesus Christ, what has this podcast turned into? But it's true, though. Every morning you're going to get up. You are faced with, whatever circumstance your life finds you in, whatever your career happens to be, your passions. There's going to be some sort of structure to your life on a weekly basis. And there's always going to be parts through your week. They may show up consistently and routinely, which may help in preparation to face them head on with discipline and work ethic, or maybe they're more random and that gets a little bit tougher. But life is essentially just waking up and you're just faced with 1,000 choices in a day. And most of the time, there's going to be an A or a B option, a right or a left path. One of them is, I won't say correct, because there's always situations where, well, put it this way. Grinding is not always the way to get it done. Sometimes you do have to choose the easier option, the option that's better for your mental health or your physical health in a way where you can rest and recuperate. But for the most part, you're going to face a choice over and over and over, where option A is you either take the path that brings you further to your goal, your progress, what you're trying to shoot for, what you're trying to do, or the other one, which takes you further away from that. You're either going towards what you're trying to get, or you're not. I wake up in the morning, I have a choice. Do I want to drink 12 ounces of water, slug 12 ounces of water down for the day? Is that going to help my health, my fitness performance, how I feel during the day, my productivity, keeping me in a routine? Yes. Or I don't drink the water and it doesn't help me out. I don't use that to my benefit. Very small example that doesn't hold a lot of weight, right? If I don't drink the water, my day is probably going to be fine. I can probably overcome that. But it's the pattern. What kind of person are you? Because if you're the person that decides to skip the water and then you don't make your breakfast and get your protein in, and you do something else that's a little bit lackadaisical instead of, the thing that you should have done, now you're creating a pattern. Now there's something to follow, and it's going down the wrong path. Just saying, you always have a choice. That's relevant to today because I had the choice of we just finished up a competition this weekend. We just finished up qualifiers last week. We'll get into how those went in a second. But this Monday, as I record this, comes out on Wednesday, I have a choice. It is my first day back. I am rested enough from Saturday's competition. I did not work out at all yesterday, Sunday. I have a choice. Do we get into full training, or do I tell myself, we should ease into it? And the reality is that this CrossFit season, one that is probably one of my final few where I can really put in a full effort to making a real hard run at being competitive in this sport as I start to get into my mid 30s over the next few years. Family continues to grow, responsibilities continue to mount. There's just a reality of my competitive fitness journey, right? So I have 2 or maybe 3 years left competitively in the open division of CrossFit. Now, of course, there's masters, age quantified divisions, but in the legit like pro level against the big dogs, I've got a couple years left. That's not very many. In this year, which is the best year of all of them, I mean, life's only going to get harder from here on out. I have 4 months. It is November 11th as I record this. December, January, February, March 11th, 4 months from now, we'll be in the middle of the open. In fact, we might be done with the open. Not very much time for me to build this base and get fitter and be ready for the season. So I have a choice today. And that choice requires me to probably get 2 sessions in. Monday's going to be a double day for me. Monday's a double day. Wednesday's a double day. Thursday's maybe a double day. There's there has to be some double days right now. And we talked about sort of my training regimen and how I had gotten back into the 2-a-days about a month ago. But then these qualifier workouts made me sort of have to adjust training because I was trying to maximize those qualifier workouts. I was resting more, recovering more. It is what it is. So I had a choice. I either have to be lazy and watch YouTube videos and be on my phone as I sit here at my home office with no one to keep me responsible, or I start getting shit done. I do stuff for the walk-ons. I hop on here and record the Snap podcast, so that's done. I go to a PT appointment. I go get groceries. Like, we start checking shit off the to-do list so that I have time to train. Part of that is getting about a 45-minute session in this morning. You have a choice, make the right fucking choice. It's that simple. Second, right before I got on here, I thought about the idea of, I think I'm going to rebrand TKG training. It's been going fine, right? It's been a profitable venture. I've made, we're a little over a year. I guess we're working on a year and a half of TKG training. Excuse me. Also sick. Another excuse. Doesn't matter. We're a little over, we're approaching 18 months of TKG training. It's been profitable, right? And reality is that TKG training, one of the avenues of that is just having me as a one-on-one coach. And I've been profitable one-on-one coaching people since the spring of 2020. So, we're working on 5 years of that. But the brand, as far as the forward-facing kind of social media, visual side of things, I don't like TKG training. I haven't really ran with it a whole lot, and it also doesn't make it's just not, it's not what I want it to be, and I think I might change it to walk on performance training, or just walk on performance, and walk on performance coaching, right? I have green and black as my current, my color scheme. I might just revert that. It might just go back to the black and gold. It's like black and gold is sort of everything we do. Redo the website. I have been working heavily on the back end of upgrading the actual daily training program. It's great right now. It's going to be even better with more extended warm-ups and cool downs and workout options, not just for people who have a pair of dumbbells, but it's going to be for people who don't have any equipment. They've got access to full equipment. They have access to half the equipment, just dumbbells. It's going to have multiple options and a lot further in detail um, instructions for each day. And I think we're going to rebrand that to Walk On Performance. And we're gonna get some merchandise going on with that. We're gonna get a new logo. There's gonna be a rebrand of the training the training team in 2025, and I'm pretty excited about that. And all of that sort of just hit me right before this podcast, so we're excited about that. More to come on that, but that is just a thought that I had. I made the decision as we hit the record button on this show that we're gonna rebrand. Um, Hit me up if you have questions about that stuff because it's exciting what we have coming down the pipe. Competition recap. This weekend I was in a competition. Cole and I tied for first. Technically, we got second. So we did not win this competition. Now, the caveat there is that this competition was split up only between skill level. So RX, which is in CrossFit terms, means prescription, which means the workout you do as prescribed. Then you have the intermediate division, which sees some movements or weights scaled back a little bit. And then there's a scaled division, which sees it scaled back even more. And those divisions are just for people who are a little less skilled, have a little less volume, or can only do so much weight. They can't do like real full on heavy weights. Within those divisions, you could have a team of 2 women, 2 men, or co-ed, right? So usually there would be the RX intermediate and scaled division of both male pairs and female pairs and co-ed pairs, right? But this was a smaller sort of in-house competition. So everybody got thrown together based on skill level. So we tied a co-ed pair, male female, and it's hard to say that we either beat them or lost to them either way because the workouts change based on the fact that now there's a female and she's doing female weights. Um and then strategy for certain parts of the workouts, like whatever. It was for a charity. We were not concerned at all about winning. Um, Cole and I looked at each other at the beginning of almost all 4 workouts, and we were like, "Hey, the battery is absolutely drained." Mentally, we were both feeling drained from doing all these qualifier workouts the last month, basically. And we basically just went there to have a training day and work out and support a good cause. So, nonetheless, we did end up tying for first. As far as a leaderboard go or a prize purse goes, best prize purse I've gotten in the 4 competitions I've done, 3 or 4 competitions I've done. Um, Total value of money, because these local competitions, you're not winning $500, $1,000. I mean, it's hard to find regional competitions that are going to pay you out heavy like that. We got a $50 Shields gift card. I got a new lifting belt that's worth it's worth $50 on sale for 35, whatever. It's a $50 lifting belt, a $50 gift card, a $50 new pair of grips, which I needed, um, a $60 bottle of pre-workout. So do the math on that. That's $210. And then Element, the electrolyte company, sent a massive box of like sample pouches. Like there's like 8 sticks per pouch. And I grabbed like 10 of those things. And that's 80 to 90 sticks of Element. They just had so many things and they were just handing them out. They're like, please take it because otherwise it's just going to sit here. So in value of electrolytes that I grabbed, it was like $150 worth of electrolytes. So 150 plus 210, it's like $360 that I pulled from that comp. It was like a $70 registration. We'll take it. That's like 4xing, 5xing my money. That's huge for a local competition that's for a good cause. So again, good day. Started off with a 24-minute AMRAP. Absolutely rocked my world, toasted me. That was horrible. By far the worst workout of the day. Second workout was a fun little twist on like a Fran-esque time reps game, 21 synchro burpees over a bar, and then you share reps on Grace, 30 clean and jerks 30 clean and jerks, 135. Once you're done with the clean and jerks, 15 synchro burpees over the bar. Then you share reps on Isabel, which is 30 snatches at 135, and then you finish with 9 burpees over the bar. I think we did that in like 6 minutes or something. Could have gone much faster, but I literally felt like shit from the moment we did the workout. We got like a 30-minute break from the first 24-minute AMRAP to that workout, and there was just no juice in the tank. And then the last one was a fun one. It was essentially 6 minutes of how many handstand push-ups can you and your partner accumulate. And then at the 6-minute mark, you had till the 15-minute mark to work through a ton of back squats. And your boy was squatting now. If there is one thing I am right now, it might not be the best at gymnastics or capacity or lung volume or aerobic stuff. Your boy is strong relative to what I have been in the past. God damn. I hit at the end of a 15-minute workout where we didn't really warm up at all. I hit 2 doubles at 365, like in a 2-minute time span. And I understand that that's not crazy, but like my max squat forever has basically just been hovering around 4 plates, like 405. I might on a great day at the strongest I've ever been, maybe pushed like 420 or 425. I hit 365 for 2 doubles. That's like 90% for 2 doubles in a 2-minute time span. We'll take that shit. That's the kind of stuff you have to be able to do in a CrossFit competition, relative to just like 1 rep max strength. So I'm very happy with where our strength is at right now. It's about the only thing that felt good that day. Again, great day. Went from about, first workout we did was like 9 o'clock. Last workout we did finished around noon. Good 3 hours of fitness, community, fun, all good stuff. And we made a good amount of money and haul from getting tied for first. So good comp recap. We didn't technically get first. I'm going to say we tied for first, and that counts. So that's 3 local comps that we've done, and I've gotten first place in all of them. So we're doing well in the local comp scene. On the national, regional qualifier comp scene, we finally recapped that last week. Went into last week talking about how I was going to have to come up big for the boys on the Miami competition qualifier. I didn't do that. I did redo 2 of the workouts. I got better scores on both workouts. One of them was really good. We actually ended up like 14th in the entire world in this qualifier. Put out an unbelievable score, and I helped big time with that. The other one, I failed the team. There's not a lot to say other than we did really good on a couple workouts, which gave us a buffer to have like 1 bad workout. This was our bad workout, was my individual piece to this specific set of workouts, and I failed miserably. I did not get a score that was even close to what a lot of the other scores were around, where we placed overall. And we needed to be top 60 to qualify for this thing, and we got 70th place in the qualifier. Really, really tough. That hurts. It sucks to be sort of, not entirely, but sort of the reason why we didn't qualify. And we have to get very much so get lucky now. Now, technically, we did qualify for the intermediate division of Wodapalooza. Like, we will get an invite, but it's not in the division that we wanted. Does that matter? No. Are we going to win either division? Probably not. We would be like one of the top 5 qualifying teams in the intermediate division. So would it probably be more fun to go down and like compete for a podium spot on that? We'd actually have a better chance of like making our money back and winning something. Yes. But we have to make that decision as a team if we're actually going to go do that. So we'll see. I don't know. More info to come on that. We'll have to make a decision. They have to still send out invites and get accepted people for the top pro division and then the RX division, and then we'll see if we slide in, and if we don't, then we'll have to make a decision on intermediate. 20 minutes already coming up on the clock, and we have 3 more things to talk about. We'll speed run them. Basically that was the qualifying workout. So qualifiers are done. The big thing about that is I can just go back to normal training again. Like for the next 4 months, there is no qualifying workouts. There's nothing I have to, we're just training, head down every week, 5-6 days of full training a week. Nothing to worry about. Two things left. Tracking numbers. We've been talking about the tracking numbers. I do feel like I want to go and get some body comps done with the DEXIS again. I want to get another series of those going. Probably need to do that in the next couple weeks here because I want to see what I am now versus what I am in the open, and then versus maybe what I am after quarterfinals or around semifinals, May, June next year. I like that even without competition, like correlative chronological time framing there. I still like to just know what my body fat's at and how the nutrition that I'm using day to day is affecting my body comp. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I know that for the past couple months, I've intentionally sat a little heavy. That's what's helping the strength. That's what's helping having a lot of fuel to train. I do want to compete probably 5 to 10 pounds lighter than I am right now when the open comes around. So that's going to be a factor that we need to track. But as far as tracking food and calories, I actually have made a decision right now. I don't care so much to do it. As it stands right now, with work being the busiest time of the year, and and just sort of where I'm at and what I can do without tracking, since I am very experienced and kind of know what to do, it's just not serving me right now, and I'm kind of pulling back. I'm not going to be so Nazi on tracking my weight and my steps and everything right now. Like, I'm pulling back on that for a bit. Finally, disc golf update. Last week I was like, "Oh, there's nothing to talk about." I forgot that we played Pickard Park in Indianola, the pro course that Iowa puts on display every year for the Pro Tour of disc golf. Um, I've had an incredible 2 weeks of disc golf, if we're gonna be honest. Loving, loving, loving trying to just get better at the game. It's something that, it's one of those weird things, like, he's like, I'm an adult now and I have an adult hobby that's like a sport that's not really a sport, but hey, it's what a 30-year-old does with his time. Um, I've gotten nerdy and very into the deep side of disc golf, like about as deep as you can go without being like in the ecosystem, as like a true like tour player or someone who plays tournaments or like makes content around the sport. I'm really learning how to play, how to um play the strategy of the game and like be strategic. Like I'm fully into disc golf. The technology of the discs, like how to play certain holes, strategy of this kind of golf versus regular golf. Like, I've finally learned a forehand. So you obviously in disc golf, you can throw a disc two ways. You can forehand it or you can throw it backhand. Forehand has always been very difficult for me. I figured that out in the last couple weeks just in time too. My brother took the day off and we went and played Pickard Park in Indianola, 40-minute drive, and then a 2+ hour round at a real pro course that's, 8, 9,000 feet in length. Um, and I played some of the best disc golf I've ever played on the front nine of Pickard Park. I was like one over on a now granted we played the women's tees, the pro women's tees, but still, I was one over through the front nine. Back nine started to chew me up a little bit. There was some forest holes where I was just smoking trees, could not get out, could not find lines. But I think I played plus 10 overall. And really, really cool to go play a pro course that you see on broadcasts and YouTube videos. You see the pros playing it, and then you step up to that hole and you're able to throw the same shot and see it carry over water and land or find an island green. It's really, really fun stuff. Played an awesome round and actually beat my brother, it's the first time I've ever beat him. And it was on a fucking 18-hole pro course. So I was playing out of my mind. The forehand felt okay. Then we went out to Old Centennial, which is the home course, half mile away in Centennial Park here in Waukee. Um, Course that I've played more than any other course 10 times over, and I've never broken even on the course. 41 is even par. I shot 36, and that was with two brand new discs off the tee. I was literally going out there just to get a feel for two brand new discs that I had bought, and I played the best disc golf I've ever played. I didn't bogey a single hole, and the putt was feeling good. It was just one of those days where like my game has ascended, right? You're on this S curve of learning when you get into something new where the rate at which you get better is so fast when you're getting all those newbie gains. It's like when you get into the gym, like everything just gets stronger and better and your weights go up and up and up so fast because there's so much new stuff to learn. There's so many areas where you can get better. And I'm right in the middle of that curve right now. I've broken through and started to really play well and added a bunch of stuff to my game where I can play disc golf a little bit. I'm not good by any means. Like I would still get I ran off a course on most tournaments versus like any player that's somewhat competitive. But relative to your average person that goes out, I've ascended past that. So having a lot of fun. And that's basically the disc golf update. A lot of stuff. We didn't fit it in 20 minutes. We fit it into 25. Nonetheless, here we are. A lot of stuff going on there. But if you're interested, walk on performance, walk on training is coming with the rebrand in 2025. The competitions are over. We're just back into training now. Disc golf is going great. Unfortunately, that's dying down because it is going to be winter. And the ultimate takeaway from this podcast is you always have a choice. Make the next right choice. And if you can just continue to go one for one in your choices throughout your day, your week, your month, you will start to stack and build momentum. There's no excuses. Find a way to get it done. Be a savage. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.